Welcome back to our Let's Play of Slay the Princess. Last time she turned into a big metal sword thing, chopped me up, but we eventually beat her. Um, this time I'm going to try and approach her without the weapon, but first I want to see what happens if I approach her with the weapon and am just completely silent.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Skip previous dialogues by hitting R1 on your controller. Alright. Oops. Alright. Let's go. Let's go to the cabin. I'll talk to her. Let's get this over with.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'll be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down there. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Alright, so, continue down the stairs without saying anything.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Still, your nerves a step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Oh, this is weird. Of course it is. She's dead. It won't let me pick the other options.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Oh, well, that was easy.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Okay.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from it. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I feel like I've been, tricked. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Hell no. You have any idea how to get us the heck out of
I
here?
do, but you're probably not going to like it. Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear it? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you know? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Don't you tell me what to do. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing, it's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You know what? You better be right about this. I'm pretty sure I'd be upset if we die.
If you die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stair. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first had met. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The
Cool.
end. Nice knowing you.
Okay. Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. He literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Alright. I'll proceed to the cabin. Let's do it again.
A warning before you even fall. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
I want to stray from the path, but I'm not going to.
The cabin is cold. A soft odor of dirt permeates
This is different.
the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. You killed her already.
Alright. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. Isn't much to see.
He still doesn't see the mirror for some
What are you
reason.
talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Okay.
There was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Clearly. Alright, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Alright, we'll do the same thing we did last time. No talking.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Mm-hmm.
As you
Well, she
descend
is
the
already
step,
dead.
The form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrists still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your
The hell?
thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh god, she's a ghost. How do I kill her if she's a ghost?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Yeah, you tell me. You're the narrator.
Ghost? Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, killer. I was hoping to see you again. I had some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
See, let's wait and see how this things play out here.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
I killed you. What are you doing not being dead?
I didn't feel very bad. I guess I'm not bad. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to. Not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Maybe that's where the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead. Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely.
But your body is right there. Your dead body.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones are important to you.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
Okay. I'm not gonna do that. She did threaten me, but it's okay. People who wanted you dead tricked me. No. There's a lot of options. I'll say this one.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathises with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
I don't think she does.
It serves you right.
Exactly.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there and said the word with the knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you wanted.
Alright. Alright, time to kill her. Now let's ask this question. How bad could this be? She's gonna hurt me, isn't she?
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's a ghost. Ghosts can't hurt us.
That's for me to know. And for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can make you quiet. Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty there. I don't know what to do, who to trust.
I know what to do. Where is it? There.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Thought that might happen. At least she can't do anything to me.
You're adorable when I'm confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
I'm sorry.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finished the job, or what?
Well, I was told you were still alive. Died too, and I'm floating around like you are. What happened? This one.
So, that's where the hostility comes from. I don't know where you got that idea.
Were you going to end the world? Would you end it if you could?
Well, killer, what does it mean for something to end anyway? You ended me, but I'm still right here in front of you. Aren't I? You apparently ended too. Yet here you are, and you don't even look any different. After seeing what you've seen, how can you be sure anything ends?
Good point.
I see her point. Everything here is so impermanent, always shifting. The end of one thing just leads to the start of another.
Alright. Well, it's a yes or no question. Do you want to end the world?
I already gave you my answer. All I wanted to do was leave. All I wanted to do was stop feeling trapped. I couldn't give a damn about the world. I can't even remember what it's like.
I think that's all the answer we're going to get out of her.
Alright. Things end. Things have to end. This sentence just ended.
Oh, come on. I'm floating right in front of you. Still here despite your best efforts. You can't pretend that doesn't mess with the whole concept of ending.
I suppose so. Alright, well, there's nothing else I can do. I can't slay her. And she seems to be mostly dead, so... let's try to slay the princess harder.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
Yes, really.
Her voice charts from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
Yeah, back off.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, Father. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here. Together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
Violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Did you miss?
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next. But it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. The horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I am down past you, and next to the sea, I'm taking everything I own, starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real. If she's making instead, we should return the favor.
We can try.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly. Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, child.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
We die a lot more than the princess in this game. The Wraith. Oh, here we go.
You're on a path in the wood. Here we go again. Off to slay her again. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost. We start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on. Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
Could be.
Okay, so you've already been here. Twice. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory.
Please do.
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
Well, I did.
Well, we didn't have to start over.
Yeah, well, you know what? The cosmic nothingness was getting to me.
Killed itself. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin, sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. Yes, and then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
Uh-huh.
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Alright. Are you the same narrator we met in the other loops? You were quick to accept what we've been for.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
Well, that's helpful.
That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's someone she can take care of him. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Alright. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through the loop forever eventually, we're going to... no, I'm not going to let her out. I'm gonna kill her. Let's
You
proceed to the
continue
cabin.
on your path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I can. It sounds like somebody's about to cry.
Alright. Are you trying to give us reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? Why? Take it however you will.
Alright.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of notice... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, doesn't really matter, does it?
Okay. Let's pretend there's a mirror at the end of the hallway, and right now, we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
Okay.
What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, that's what I'd do. Let me assure you, there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. You can't see the mirror, the knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots, that's how reality works.
Uh-huh. Alright,
You
let's
slowly
look at
make
the
your
mirror.
way towards the gaping wall that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind grazing your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation, we just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go. You reach your arm forward
Of course.
to the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
Yep.
What you're looking at, Karen, staring into the void, thinking about what it'd be like to die again. I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts.
Constricts.
Your bones snap.
What? She's a snake now?
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd see what you've done and feel remorse. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse.
Is it too late to say I'm sorry?
No, maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of you.
How you gonna do that? You broke my ankle.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice?
I don't think so.
You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas. I think that's the
Look, we're even now. I killed you and you killed me. Water under the bridge, right?
And you think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate in freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
Okay. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this.
That's a good one.
Evil is all about perspective. After all you've done, why would I ever care about what you think of me?
That's true.
Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is clear behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Not this way.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know? Don't help either of them. Flip the tape.
Uh-huh.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
That's good.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Let's throw our body into the abyss then.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss. Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and then nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Yeah, but you lose with me.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
I don't know.
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. An end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now? But I want to know what he thinks happens now. Why is that? He's gone. But
Thermal velocity ceases and you feel something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment. Oh, it's that arm thing. It's that entity. You don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance under your feet once more. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Trust me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. You don't need to comfort them.
See you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
If you say so, you'll trust it. So, this is all going to work out.
Yes.
Whatever makes you happy.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. I was bigger. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay. Are you the same being as before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gets fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Okay. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives melt together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct, This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Okay. Alright. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one's loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Okay. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build upon. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
Thanks for not answering my question. Alright, I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. A driven heart. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Alright, so we're going to save it there. Till next time, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. I like this one. It was a lot less confusing with less voices than the last one. And I like ghosts. Ghosts are fun. But I like them both so far. But till next time, have a good day and take care.